Hello everyone, I am once again in my craft room and figured it's happy hour, so I might as well jump on here and craft with you all. Now, I know happy hour is usually cold beverage based, but I have a coffee today just because the weather outside is awful. So cheers. I'm just going to put that over there. So, today's a bit of a hard one for me because I'm doing an Easter layout, and this layout's actually one. I've got the photo here. This is my Lucas, who is now 16. So this was his very first Easter. Now, I had done his baby album. I had his first year album all done. And then unfortunately, I had a flood in my garage. My roof leaked in my previous house and I lost about 3 albums. So I'm having to redo Lucas's first year album. So it is really hard for me because a lot of the effort and time I put into the album is just gone. So yeah, redoing his Easter photo, I'm up to that. So look at that, isn't it cute? So he is, yeah, like I said, he's now 16. So I'm not 16 years behind on everything, but I am just redoing his first year. Luckily, a lot of the stuff that I had that was mementos, like his hospital bracelet and things like that, they were sealed in a flip-flap protective pocket thing. So they're fine, but the paper and the pages and the photos had either disintegrated or had mold on them, or you just couldn't see the photo anymore. So yeah, I'm just having to redo that. So I thought, hey, I've got some new Easter paper. So it's motivated me to do this photo today. So the main paper I'm going to use is this new Easter Joy 12 by 12 paper. I'll quickly grab that out and show you because it's very pretty. I'll just pull it out page by page. It's a bit grippy because this paper, can you see that? It's got a foil to it. So it is a foiled glossy paper. It almost feels like glossy photo paper. So you can't stamp on this with regular ink. I found that out the hard way. I will do a separate tutorial on how to ink these, but that's that one. And then on the back, it's got these adorable little blue bunnies. Then there is this cute sheet, which I love because it doesn't scream Easter to me. So that's fun, just little crosses. So I'll show you the foiled side first, and then there's also a neutral side. So that is more flowers and Easter eggs. I love this mint tone on tone. It's beautiful. The next paper I have, I've cut some of these, so we'll just ignore that. There's also a cut apart sheet. I've cut up most of mine, but that is the plain side of it. And then you can see here I've cut things out of here, but you've got different cut apart sheets, so that's real fun. And the cut apart side is foiled. Then we've got some more neutrals, which is always nice, if I can get them out of here. And of course, this is great for a baby or Easter layout. So because I'm doing Lucas's first Easter photo, I'm going to tend more into the blues and the greens and the neutrals. So this is one of the neutrals here. That's the plain side. And then the foil shiny side, if you can see that, is this cute rainbow stripe. This would be great for like girls' birthday parties or boys' birthday parties. Anything sort of rainbow themed. And then we've also got, I had to find the sheets that I haven't cut apart. I've been busy with this paper. Where is it? Here it is. I love this paper. So this paper here is kind of like the big hero Easter piece. So it is full of Easter eggs, and that is shiny. Let me know if you guys haven't seen this in the new catalogue, because it is a lot of fun. I love it. And then the back is this really cute basket weave pattern. So I'm going to be doing that for a completely non-Easter page, but a cosplay page where I'm holding a basket. So that will be another video. But yeah, you can see these really cool, shiny, glossy eggs. So that's one of the pieces I'm using today. I'm also pairing it with the new Shimmer paper. So what's this called? The Pastels Shimmer. So this comes with 6 sheets, and that comes with 2 of each colour. So just quickly, you've got a yellow, which is lovely, a pink. Once again, you can see they're not glittery, they're shimmery. And then this blue, this is just beautiful. I have some mermaid photos planned for this colour. So that is the papers. So what I need first off, I've already cut my eggs so that you didn't have to watch me using the Cricut. But what I'm thinking, because, you know, it's a baby boy Easter layout, I'm just getting rid of all those other papers here. I was thinking, I know this is beautiful, I know, but I was thinking of using this side actually for the base of the page, but I don't know how that's going to look with the Easter egg that I have pre-cut from the Cricut. So I'll just hold this up. I haven't glued it down yet, but if you can see, so this is the Easter egg. Whoop, I've cut from some of the papers and the Shimmer paper, so it's quite large. So I'm just going to see what that looks like. Got some of my Easter stamps over here already. I'm just going to see what that looks like. If it's too busy, I don't know if I might need just like a darker page, just because the egg it's not lifting enough. Right, if you're watching, I need you to chime in. Do you think that the egg stands out enough with the paper in the background, or should I try like a more just straight blue paper, is my question. Let me know what you think, because I can never make decisions. I mean, I do like it. It's just because the base of the egg is white, it's not popping. Let's see what my other options are. I don't really want to do the rainbow, that would be too much. I suppose I could do the mint. Let's see what the mint green looks like. Even though, like, the other side of the mint green is beautiful, but let's just see what that looks like under here. See, I like that. I like the colour, but I don't like the pattern. I wonder if I've got other Easter papers that might work better. I was trying to keep with the same collection, but just give me a second. I'm going to go see if I've got other Easter papers that work. I'm back. So we've got some old close to my heart papers. So I'm just going to see if I've got any full sheets left. Not in that packet. That's all offcuts. And this one here, let's see what I've got. I've got a blue butterflies, which isn't really doing much for me. I've got a yellow polka dot. Let's see if the yellow polka dot works. That might be cute, because we've got a bit of yellow in the egg. Oh, yes. Yes. And that means I can keep my pretty paper for later. So I'll have to cut off the zip strip. But do you guys think the yellow? I think the yellow, because it's got the polka dots. If you can see that. Cute. And it's not competing so much with the busyness of the egg and the other papers. No, I really like that. So we're going to go with that. I did really want to use this blue bunny paper. The only way we could use the blue bunny paper... Oh, I don't know. I do love that blue bunny paper. I need to, like, put up a poll. I just feel like the blue bunny paper's quite in theme. I need to make decisions. This is where it becomes very tricky. So we've got the blue bunnies or the yellow egg. I feel like either way, I possibly need to ink up the edges, but then because it's gloss paper, it's not going to ink as well. And then I feel like because the egg is the same, so here's just like a little another pattern mixing thing. So when you're looking at mixing and matching different patterns, this one, the check and the eggs, and then the Easter bunnies, if you can see that, they're all kind of the same scale. And you don't really want all of your patterns to be the same scale. So when I'm looking at patterns, I will try and get more of a smaller pattern to go with the larger patterns, like this polka dot. So theoretically, the polka dot's going to work better. But I'm just going to quickly go check my pastel papers. I don't have that many. Excuse my track pants. I've been at a dance audition this afternoon, hence my hoodie and track pants look. So let's have a look in the mixed up patterns that Stampin' Up has brought out for the oh, there's a pink polka dot that could have worked, but no, there's a chevron. The chevron could work because it's dark, but you kind of want a solid colour behind the patterns. What's this one? Sorry that half of this is just going to be you guys watching me choose what paper to work with. So you can see immediately the difference that makes. It does also have a yellow, but it's more of a bright yellow. So there is that option, which is quite cute. I quite like that. Let's see if we've got anything else. I need to stop just chucking everything on the floor. A lot of the patterns that would work are pink, and I don't necessarily want a lot of pink on this page just because Lucas is wearing mostly blue and green. Oh, there's a cute little green, but I have no idea what that image is. Too many options, guys. Nope. So I've got so many sort of mix-ins left over from Close to My Heart days. Oh, see, there's the crosshatch from another Easter one, but that's, yeah, that's way too busy. Nope. And everything I like is on a white base, and I don't want a white base. Pink, black, blue. I kind of want something that is a tone on tone with the blue. Let's see what this one is. No. Oh, too many options. So the other thing when you're looking at your pattern papers is sometimes it's good to go with one that is, you know, that does have the background as a white. Oh, I think we found a winner. If your other patterns are on a white base, you kind of want a grounding pattern. Yes. Okay. Took a while. We found a winner. So, this is exactly what I want. A small white polka dot on light blue. That is a smaller pattern that ties everything in. Yay! Found it. So I'm just going to cut the zip strip off this paper. The other side is this beautiful mandala pattern, but I haven't used it yet, so I might as well use the other side for my Easter layout. So this is from, oh gosh, a really old mix-in. From yonks ago. Now I want to quickly glue together my egg, because at the moment it's not glued together. There's still some washi tape left on the top from where I cut it from my Cricut, because my Cricut mat has been losing its stick, so I'm having to put everything down with washi tape. Okay, that's not going to come off easily. Oh no. The perks of, well, not the perks, the cons of having fake nails. Oh my gosh, I can hear that rain. It is intense. Right, the washi tape is coming off. Wonderful. Now, I've got this egg. Like I said, I cut it from my Cricut, so I think it was just a free pattern. It wasn't access or anything like that. So first bit, I've got this, which was cut out from the back of the card, like the cut apart cards. So I'm just having a look to see where that fits. Oh, yep, cool. I'm probably going to stick the zigzag on first. So I'm hoping that I glued this the right way. Yeah. So yeah, this is all parts, so you can cut it out of whatever colours you want. So you could do a pink one, you could do, you know, a whole lot of just crazy colours, really. Just whatever takes your fancy. But I wanted to use these blues and pinks, and there's even a little brown in here. So I'm just trying to line this up properly. Right, did this cut the right way? Yes, right, there is that. There we go. So it's just getting everything lined up nicely. So there's the middle of our Easter egg. Cute. So I'm going to stick that on. So this particular Cricut cuts out a whole egg, and you can do any size you want. But I was just like, how fun to cut an Easter egg from Easter egg paper. I thought that was pretty cute. So next step in putting this Easter egg together is just lining up the centerpiece with the not like that. Lining up the centerpiece. Goodness. I probably should have kept the template, but, you know, I was thinking to myself, how hard can it be to line up? So, okay, tip, line up the top of the eggs, and then it should fit. There we go. Right, so you can keep it like this. It's a very cute egg. But then we've also got the yellow bands. So this is the new yellow shimmer paper. I don't know if you can see that on camera very well, but it's very pretty. So it's, yeah, it's more of a shimmer than a glitter, but it is just a fun way to add a little bit of glimmer to your project without it being full-on glitter, because sometimes you don't want full-on glitter. You just want a smidge. Just want a smidgen of something shiny, but not a full-on shine. So let's have a look. That goes there, that goes there. Oh, this is turning out cute. And then I'm just going to put this one on top. So that's all pieced together really easily. So this is my completed egg. As I said, you can cut this out of any shape. Well, not any shape, any colours, any size. So you could make this a lot smaller, maybe do 2 or 3 of them, put them on a card, put them on a layout. But because I just wanted this to be the big feature, it's bigger than my head really. This is going on the paper. So I know for a fact that I want my Easter egg on the right hand side, your left hand, because this is backwards. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down now because I know exactly where I want it to go. And as you can see as well, hopefully, the back of this, I'll put glue on it now, but the back is a really cute basket weave. So yes, that will be featured on another project that I'm doing. So I've just got my egg stuck down. Very cute. And like I said, you could ink the edges. You can see that beautiful shimmer as well. That's really cute. And then close up the polka dot. But the polka dot isn't detracting from the pattern of the egg. So that's that. Now my next thing is I do want to put a title on it. And I want to do some journaling. Now my journaling I was actually going to just do over the top, which is why actually I need to move this down a little bit so I can write. Typical me, I stick everything down and then change my mind. Or is this going to let me move down a bit? Yes. So I'm just going to attach that to the bottom because I want to go around. Is that straight? Yes. Okay, there we go. I forgot I wanted to do journaling arcing around the top. Now you could take this even further. You could add embossing to the middle, and you don't have to put a photo over the whole middle like I'm planning on doing. You know, you could have your photo out to the side. You could have it down the bottom. You could even sort of do smaller photos down the side. But I was thinking I was going to put my photo, sorry, I'll bring that closer, in the middle. So then I was thinking I probably want to matte it to make it pop a bit. I do have this blue, but I'm a bit concerned that it will be too dark with all the other blues going on. But let's just try it and see how it goes. So I'm just going to cut it really thinly. I just want a thin matte because I don't want too much cardstock covering the cool Easter egg we've created. I'm going to give you guys credit too. We created it together. So I'm going to cut that at about 4 1/4. And around 6. My photo printer sometimes prints smaller than a standard 4x6. So then sometimes my photo mats just need to be slightly shorter. Go. And if this photo mat doesn't work out, I might have to go look through my cardstock stash, but we will see. Okay. It's still a little wide. Let's just trim again. About there. Done. Oops. Photo overboard. Okay. So I've got my photo matted now. Look how cute he was. And then that can go in the middle. Yeah, I really like that. Done. Look at that. I can make some decisions, guys. Really quickly. I make up for it sometimes. So I'm just going to match this. Yote. And he's going to go smack bang in the middle. So you do lose a bit of the chevron, but I'm not too fussed about that. Oh, so cute. So that is the layout so far. Very cute. In my first layout that I did, I had rounded the corners. And I'm just wondering if I should round the corners to soften it, or if it actually looks quite cute, like the juxtaposition. I'm going to look at my photo that I took. So I took photos of all of the pages that I'd done. Ooh, nearly forgot about my coffee. Oh, my password's incorrect. Yeah, I don't know if I like the rounded corners, actually. Let's just keep it as is. So, with this original layout, and I will post a photo of the original layout as well when I post a picture of the finished product. So I had my journaling around here, but then I just had some little Easter eggs in this corner and a sticker about Easter. And then the paper I used was yellow, but then it had a border of chickens across the bottom. And so my egg was slightly smaller, but this egg is a gymongous egg. So I don't think I need a border. And I don't think I need a whole lot of extra embellishments. But what I probably do need is a title. And I was thinking, I've got some of my Easter stamps, and I was thinking this Happy Easter, but I've just had a look at it and it looks a bit complicated. I haven't actually stamped this before. Sorry, I'll move that out the way so you guys, I'll turn this around so you guys can see, hopefully, some of that. But I'm just going to work out how to do this Happy Easter title. I might cut it first, then stamp it, just so that I can fit everything in. But I was wondering if this even is too big. No, I don't think it's too big. If I fussy cut it, that can sit down the bottom here. Actually, that would look quite cute. Let's do that. Let's make a start on that. I'm going to have more coffee. And I'm sorry if I hold my coffee cup weird. I should hold it by the handle, right? Okay. I've also got some stickers. But, yeah. There's like hippity-hoppity Easters on the way and some banners and stuff. But honestly, I think having this gigantic egg is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. There is a scallop border. I could put that at the top just to ground it. Let's see what that's going to look like. Because then I might do my journaling somewhere else. That's going to cover the thingy, and we don't want that. That's going to cover the egg. Right. Let's cut this. Now, I do have some cardstock. I just grabbed my... Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. There's these cute dots that work with the paper. And so there's plain yellow, plain blue. And I'll put a black thing up there. There we go. Plain yellow, plain blue. And then these cute Easter egg little pink ones. Cute. Right, where's my Cuttlebug? There's my Cuttlebug. I know I need to upgrade to the Big Shot. I know. If anyone would like to sponsor me to get an upgraded machine, that would be great. So, we've got our... Even my plates are disgusting. Don't judge me. We listen and we don't judge, guys. There we go. Speaking of not judging, today at my dance audition, oh my gosh, I completely mucked up when I had to dance without copying the choreographer. Luckily, they let me redo it. And a lot of people redid it. I think pretty much near everybody redid it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm not completely terrible. We will see. We will see. I was happy with my singing and my acting, but dancing is always the hard one because you cannot prepare for it. And I mean, acting, if it's a cold read, yes, you can't prepare for it, but it doesn't, for me anyway, it doesn't require a lot of brain power. Like, I just, read, try and get into character. I find that not easy, but I find that easier than learning a dance routine and performing it in like an hour. I do get it eventually, but my brain is old, so take some time. Right, let's work out how this Happy Easter is going to go, because I'm aware it's a Sunday night and you guys probably don't want to be watching me for 27 million minutes. I do want to, if I can, include this adorable little bunny on my layout. I cut him for a separate project that you'll see next week, but he didn't make the final cut because he was too small, but he's pretty cute. So I was hoping to put him on the end of that, but if that's overlapping, that could still work. Or he could go... He can go on the end. It's fine. Right. So let's work out this die cut. Because see, it says Happy Easter, and then it's got the Happy, the Easter, and the Easter eggs. But they're 3 different stamps. So it's like, do I stamp them all at once? Do I stamp them separately? I don't know. Let's find out together. So I've got one of those new stamp pads on the way. It's in my order. That should be here between the 5th and the 10th of March. It's always a bit of a guessing game. So I'm just waiting for that to arrive, and that is going to make my life a lot easier. But for now, we are just winging it. So I've got this gigantic Easter, which is cute. And I'm assuming that just goes right there. I think you are supposed to stamp everything separately. Yes. And possibly colour everything. Oh my gosh. What have I gotten myself into? Happy? Yep, I'm going to have to stamp everything separately because this is a bit too chaotic otherwise. So, I wonder... I'm just going to look at the colours that are in this paper I've got, I'd say, emerald and maybe capri. Let's have a look. Capri. Sorry, that was close. Emerald. Oh, the emerald's pretty. And then probably espresso. Thinking about me every night. Oh, that gets in my head every time I stamp with this ink. Espresso matches the wee bunny and the brown eggs. So I think I'm going to stamp the happy in the brown, and then the Easter in the capri, and then the flowers in the emerald. Or do I want the Easter in the brown, the happy? Okay, so here's the colour combo that way, or the happy Easter. Yeah, I think I might do the Easter in brown. That way we can always colour it, just to separate some of the colours. Right, seasoning up the stamp, making sure that the ink is going to stick to it. Speaking of ink, have you heard that Stampin' Up is coming out with new ink pads, which is quite exciting for me. I personally prefer the old magnetic close to my heart ink pads, so I haven't invested in a lot of the Stampin' Up ones. So I'm really excited that they are bringing out the magnetic ink pads. It's very exciting news. So that's coming out. I think the first one will be the new in colours. They'll be coming out I think July, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, but that'll be awesome. Right, so here goes. Easter. That looks pretty good. So we've got the Easter part of it. And then I want my happy, which I will do in blue. So yeah, the magnetic pads, I guess Stampin' Up luckily listened to us because a lot of us said, you know, we were having trouble with the Stampin' Up ink pads. So it's nice that Stampin' Up has listened to us and is rolling out a new improved ink pad. So I'm just doing my happy. And that goes up here. Now I might stamp this and then decide that actually I hate the overlapping, but we'll see. Sorry, this didn't quite get the end of the Y, which is annoying. Let's just try that again. Happy. So this is when I'm looking forward to having my stamp positioner, because if I don't quite get the blue. So that's the happy. I mean, I'm guessing this is what it's supposed to look like. I mean, it is cute. Let's see what it looks like with the border of flowers. I am just going to go and get my stamp cleaner because I need this border ink pad block. Clean that up a bit. So, what I'm interested to know is how many of you actually do still scrapbook Easter stuff, because some people are really, you know, into it, you know, do big Easter egg hunts and stuff. But for a lot of my friends, you know, their kids have left home or their family don't live nearby and they've just stopped celebrating Easter. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm at that stage where my kids are still nice to me because they want chocolate, right? But I've got nieces as well who still love doing Easter egg hunts with me, which is great. And then I've also got a cat who tolerates me dressing him up as a bunny rabbit. So winning at life. but yeah, I was looking back a couple of Easters ago and I was like, gosh, I actually don't have any photos. So this Easter, I will change that. This Easter, I'm actually kid-free. We promised, well, no, sorry, we've got one child with us, and we've promised a Star Wars marathon and Lego building, which I'm not mad about at all. So we will be doing that over Easter, and then I'm in a show, but luckily I get Easter off. Right, so I can see where the little eggs and the flowers are supposed to go, so I'm just lining that up. Here goes nothing, eh? Okay, I don't hate it. Oh no, I missed a little bit again. Oh, jeepers. Typical. That's why I absolutely need my stamp positioner. Because inevitably, if I'm talking to you guys, I will muck up. Right, so I just need that little flower at the top. Not perfect, but who is? So, the one thing I will say is I probably stamped my Easter a bit too high. So I've got the flowers, I've got that, but I've got this bit of white border down the bottom, which I'm not a fan of. So I'm just going to cut that a little bit. Get my scissors. And then let's see if I'm happier with that look. Yes. Look at that. That's actually pretty cute. Now, yes, you could colour that, and I'm just debating if I do colour it or not. No, but I might see what it looks like with a yellow dot on the flowers. They're too big. Okay. Ignore. Do I want the Easter coloured? I think I do want the Easter coloured in maybe yellow. So I'm just going to grab this soft yellow. So this is platinum yellow. And I'm just going to colour this in. So sorry guys, you'll have to watch me colour. Not the most exciting of things, but while I'm colouring, if you are watching, I have put some videos on a Saturday night, on a Friday night, and a Sunday night. So I am really keen to know what night everyone prefers for the creative happy hours. Just because, you know, I can do most Fridays or most Saturdays or most Sundays when I'm not in shows or, you know, doing other things. But, yeah, I'd just like to know what's the best day at 5 p.m. to do a happy hour, because I can, now that my job hours have changed, I can do a Friday night. It was very hard on a Friday night last year because I was working until 4:30 in town, and then by the time I got home it was already like after 5 o'clock, so that kind of put a damper on things. But if you guys would prefer a Friday at 5 o'clock, or a Saturday at 5 o'clock, or a Sunday at 5 o'clock, let me know. Sundays might be trickier as I get into rehearsals for Romeo and Juliet, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Right. Now, I was looking at colouring the flowers and the Easter eggs, but I think I will leave them just outlined, because otherwise I'm going to be bringing in too many colours, and I kind of want the Easter outline to be the only thing with a solid colour. So this title is ending up being the most complicated part of my layout, really. Hi Michelle, I'm just colouring a Easter title. So I'll have this layout plus some of my other Easter stuff at my workshop on Saturday. So that is this Saturday coming, the 7th of March. It's very scary to think we're in March already. So I'll have this layout, some Easter stuff, but then also I've been working on some nature papers and some of the gears. So I'll have that on display as well. So if you guys are coming to the Saturday workshop on Saturday, I would love to see you, and I can show you all of the fun things I've been making, because I've been quite busy in my craft room these last few weeks, just because at night I feel a bit lazy if I'm just watching TV, because that's just me. I probably don't have the attention span to just sit and watch TV. So I've been coming in my craft room and doing some crafting. So this is my Happy Easter, and I really like that just with the colour. So we're going to add that to my layout. So if you haven't been here long watching the live, this is what we've got so far. The beautiful Easter egg cut with the foil paper and the shimmer paper, and then just a cute little polka dot blue, and then of course my Lucas when he was just a baby. So the title I'm going to pop up on 3D foam tape just to give it a bit of excitement. And actually I've cut this wonky, typical, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off here. That's better. Yeah, so I'm just going to pop that up. Where's my foam tape? Here it is. So yeah, so if you aren't coming to my March workshop, my next one in April is a bit tricky, because we can't do the 11th because the hall's already booked. We can't do the first week because it's Easter. And then we can't do the 25th because that's Anzac Day. And then 18th was the date that I thought, oh, well, I can do that one. But that is also the same day as the Embellish It crop, and it's the same weekend as the craft show. And so I hate it when people have to choose. I want you to go to everything. So I've decided to do a Friday night on the 10th of April instead of doing a Saturday day. And I know that doesn't work for some people, but I can't please everybody. And unfortunately, it's the best of all the options I have. You know, I don't want to end up with people feeling like they have to choose between my workshop and another workshop. I also don't want to interfere with public holidays and long weekends where people will likely want to spend time with their family. And then I also can't kick people out if they've already booked the hall because I've been too slow. So yeah, it was a bit of a conundrum, but I figure if we do a wine and nibbles night on the Friday the 10th, then that'll hopefully just be something fun and different for a few of us. Right, so I'm just going to plop that title there. Oh, I wish this bunny was facing the other way. But I could put him down there or down here. Or he might just have to I don't know. He fits in there okay. I'm trying to decide where to put my bunny. So that's stuck down. The Happy Easter. So am I putting the bunny like there, but he's looking out, so I don't like that. I could put him down here, Or I could put him like there maybe, but he's kind of looking the wrong way. I think I still like him down here. I could almost cover up that last flower, but then it's like, should I cover up that bung flower? But then the bunny's kind of looking, no, that's not too bad. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this in a little bit and cover the flower that I sort of mucked up a little bit. There we go. Oh, if I can get all of these foam tapes off cleanly. Right, so we want to move him there, so. Right, this is going to work out because this is going to cover my not so great stamped bunny. Sorry, stamped flower. So this bunny is from an old stamp set. Where is it? This is where the bunny comes from. So the little cute bunny there, which is, yeah, an old close to my heart one called Honey Bunny. So that is very cute. Right, let's get this bunny on the layout. And then we're pretty much done. I'm not going to be adding a whole lot of embellishments to this because when I did Lucas's album, it was pretty straightforward. It was pretty matchy-matchy. I used one paper theme throughout the whole scrapbook except for Christmas, birthday, Easter, like, you know, public holiday type things. Right, bunny, where are you going? So that's cute. So you've got the Happy Easter. If you can see that. Very cute. I love that. I'm very happy with this. So I feel like, do I need another rabbit? Oh, because then I could have put the bigger rabbit over there. No, I like the rabbit looking at it. It's fine. It's fine, Lauren. It will do. It will do. I also had, I pulled this old stamp just because it had like a cuter little cartoon bunny and the basket and the Happy Easter, but I didn't want to stamp that too much. The other option, I could have fussy cut this little rabbit here to kind of keep with the more whimsical thing, but I'm trying to use up all of my scraps, and that bunny rabbit was surplus to requirements, so now I have used him. So that's that. I don't think it needs much more. I was going to put some of these blue dots on, but the paper's blue dots, so I suppose I could put them around the title. One. On some of the dots. 1, 2. 3. I like to do a visual triangle. I should have got my tweezers out, but I don't know where they are. Okay, so I've just added some dots, if you can see that, some blue dots to the around the title. Next week I will have another setup where you can see me, but then you can see the full like down view of this. I've set that camera up. The issue is right now where that camera is covered in fabric and Chester. So yeah, Jerub's in the middle of sewing, so didn't want to disturb him, so you still get to see just me. Right, so we've got this, which is cute. So I just want to do my journaling now. Now, I've got the journaling here on my computer. I took a photo of the close-up of the journaling. So it says, so it starts about here. Because this circle is a different shape. So it's kind of going to be tricky to figure out where to start. But I can always add more detail. So I'm going to use a brown pen just because we got the brown bunny and the brown eggs and the brown stamping. I had used brown previously. So let's see. I'm just going to find a scrap piece. Yep. So I'm just going to write around the edge of this egg. I really enjoyed doing this type of journaling where you just follow a curve. Right, I have to concentrate. You were very spoilt for your first Easter. Now, I feel like I've got more photos of this. Bear with. So you were very spoilt for your first Easter. With the chick book and chocolates from the grandparents. Oh, perfect. And then the date I've put here is 4th of 4th. Oh my gosh, 4th, 10. 4/4/2010. Oh, 16 years ago. So that journaling actually, I couldn't have planned that better if I'd tried. It's perfect. So that journaling close up, if you can see that. So that, oh, and I'm right on an hour. This is great. This has been your creative happy hour, doing an Easter layout with a beautiful egg cut from the cricket being the centerpiece, so that you can just basically do a title, a little bit of embellishing, one photo, and your journaling. And I've even put the date in, 4/4/2010. So that is my creative happy hour for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching me create this layout. If you would like a link to this Cricut cut file, just post Cricut or egg, I guess egg is probably easier, in the comments, and I will send you my my project so that you can do this cutout Easter egg yourself. And I'd love to see it if you do try this project, because it is really simple. You've just got your egg, your title, some journaling, little embellishments, and you're done. So yeah, comment egg if you'd like the SVG file. And if you've got a Cricut, you don't need Cricut access for this particular file. But that has turned out so well. The shimmer, the foil paper, if you can see it in that light. Yeah, there you go. And I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go and cook spaghetti bolognese for dinner now. Kids request. So I will see you next weekend, and yeah, let me know if Saturday, Sunday or Friday suits better, and I will try my best to do it when suits most people. Thanks. Bye.